few tips that will help you sail travel better, more smoothly. And so there's a couple of things I wanted to put in front of you. And one thing is that I have seen a lot of people lately say, well, what can I say to someone who tells me that they can get the same price for the trip that they want to take that I can give them? In other words, they're buying on price, they're not buying on service. You are in a service industry, so always what you're selling is service. And here's one way to think about it that might help you kind of keep it clearer in your mind's eye so that you can say these things to a person who has not bought from you yet, but you're you're wanting to close the sale. Um, when travel providers tell you about their product, they are doing product sales. A cruise is a product. A land tour is a product. Um, a shore excursion is a product. An AI trip is a product. And so those travel providers, those suppliers of travel, are talking to you about the features and the benefits of their product. So they're doing product sales. But you are not actually doing product sales. You are doing consultative sales. And that's a whole different ball of wax. Rather than focusing on the features and benefits, which any of your people can get online if they go to the consumer-facing websites of almost anything that you sell, you're really focusing on your company and what your company does in support of people who purchase travel. So if someone says to you, well, I can get this same price on the website, on their consumer-facing site, as I can get through you, don't try to buy them by giving away your commission. You work too hard for your commission, and the commissions many times are small enough anyway, right? You want them to buy your service, not the product. You are in consultative sales. And so my question back to them would be, gosh, you can get all my service. You can get me checking on your checking on your trip for you, making sure that it hasn't been canceled in this time, in this day and age, making sure that everything's a go, making sure that I've reviewed all aspects of your trip and I don't see any bad flight connections or anything like that. And you can get that at the very same price as you can pay them directly, and they will not do any of that for you. So my question to you is, why would you not buy it through me? What would stop you from buying it through me since it's the same price anyway? And see what they have to say to that. Now, they may come back to you and say, we don't need any of that. And if that's the case, then they're not your ideal customer. They're not your ideal travel client anyway. But you are focused, you are a consulting company, really, and you are consulting for travel. You are offering advice and you are offering support. You are offering your eyes on that itinerary. You are offering your knowledge about if they buy flights through a cruise line and it's a lower end or mid-budget cruise line, they're not going to have any say whatsoever about the flights they get, and then they're going to be wanting to complain about it. So you're wanting to find out what makes them tick, and you're going to be asking questions to qualify them and make sure that they're kind of person who values a consultative role that you are playing. So if they call you up and say, I see this trip to Ireland and I think I want to go, your first answer shouldn't be, well, let me see what kind of price I can get for you. Then you're selling on price. You're selling on features and benefits, and that is a product sale. You are a consultant. So you would first back off and say, well, tell me a little bit about why do you want to go to Ireland? What is it that you want to see or do there? Because I know Ireland and I know many different tour operators and cruise operators for that matter who do Ireland, and I would like to listen to what it is you want, because I would want to advise you about what I feel like one or two operators are who might provide you the exact trip that you're looking for. If somebody wants to go hiking in Ireland and they have come to you with a price on a cruise, more than likely that's not going to be the best choice for them, but they don't know that. You do. You're the consultant. So this really goes back to, well, it goes to two things. Number one, you're not selling product. A consumer-facing website for Carnival Cruise Line is selling product. you're selling consultative services, and I really want to drive that home to you. Secondly, I want you to really think about who it is specifically and exactly that you serve. If you have been buying travel all your life on price, you're a price shopper, it's going to be difficult for you to think that you have value as a consultant, as a travel advisor. So you have to start thinking about all of the things that you know that you bring to the table. And most of the time we know so much we don't even really realize what we know. It just kind of spouts out of us, right? Because we have so much experience in the travel industry. So think about who it is that you want to serve very specifically, very exactly. And I'm telling you that you do not want to serve people who buy on price. You do not want to serve people who are looking to buy product. You want to serve people who are looking to buy service, who are looking to buy your expertise. Now, one of the things that I always look at in both my consulting business for Confident Marketer and when I do sell travel is I look for what is the mental attitude of that potential customer. And if that mental attitude is one that is happy and smiling and realizes my advice is valuable, then it's probably a go. If that mental attitude is doubtful and questioning and fear-based and would not use you because it's literally $5 cheaper somewhere else, that's not my client. I don't want to bother with them. They're going to be the biggest pains in the butt ever. And if you've been selling travel for a while, you know that the people who buy the cheap end trips are the ones who have the most questions and who cry the loudest when they don't get red carpet service for a beer budget price. So think about that. When you meet someone who is a prospect for you, think about what is the mental attitude of this person. Is this somebody whose energy I want to be around? Is this somebody who would see the value of the consulting that I can do for them around the topic of travel? You also don't want to, this kind of client who buys on price typically will be the one who will want to blame you when something goes wrong. And there are so many things that can go wrong now that have nothing to do with you, no matter how much you planned out the trip. Flights can get, you all know the drill. I don't really even need to go there. You want that mental attitude that I'm talking about. You want a traveler who is your customer, who sees you as a consultant and who also realizes that ultimately their safety and their health is their responsibility. They have to think about the fact that they're going to be a traveler. They have to think about the fact that they can't wait till the last minute to get a passport or to buy luggage or to go get a vaccine if they have to go, if it's a trip that requires a vaccine. So you want people who know how to handle themselves when there's something that goes wrong, because as you well know, in most trips there's always at least one thing that goes wrong, and especially these days there can be multiple things that go wrong. So mental attitude of the traveler, what kind of travel is it that you want to sell, what companies, what age group of your person, that your travel clients, and then remember, you're not selling product, you're selling your consulting services. So you might have a brief, or you might have a frequently asked questions, or you might have a document that you give prospects and you say, I'm a travel advisor, I've been in the travel industry for X number of years, I've helped X number of people travel to X number of countries in the world or X number of continents in the world. I myself have been in however many countries or however many continents. I want you to know that I look at your itinerary with eyes that I question things that you would never think to question. If I see that there's something that I think you're not going to like because I've come to know you and your style, I'm going to say, you do realize that this tour company is going to put you in England and they're going to go from 7 in the morning to 10 at night, 5 days in a row. From what I know of you, I don't really think that you're going to like that pace, because they're not going to see that. They're just going to see this long list of all these things that they're going to get a little glimpse of as they pass by. So you stand firm about the value that you have as a consultant. Don't sell just on price alone. You will never ever have high-end clients and do high-end sales if you do that. So that's my little speech for tonight. This is Sue with Sell Travel Better. I wanted to alert you that I have a couple of blog posts over on my Confident Marketer blog, one of which is about how to set up a brand folder and all the things that need to go in a brand folder. And I think I put the link, I'll put the link right before this, right underneath this video. If you want to go over and take a look at it, you're welcome to do that. It might be helpful for you. And if you have questions about travel sales and you would like to have me do a Facebook Live about some other particular topic, if you'll put the topic down below this and let me know you would like that, I'll put it on my list of things to talk about in the coming weeks. So remember, no product sales. You are a consultative salesperson. That is the nature of the industry you're in. So stand firm on that and stand firm on what you're worth. This is Sue. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.